Welcome to Sales Strategy, a podcast about sales, business, and strategy, brought to you by Manzaneque.com. Welcome after a very long break. We're going to discuss today the importance of SWOT exchange. Now, there are a few factors that contribute to the overall success of your sales if you are involved in business networking, if you try to find customers or connectors by using your networking. And one of the very basic ones is to know how to refer business to other people. And very close to that point is how to teach other networkers how to refer business to us. And if we don't do this yet, why would anyone do it for us? So this is our prerogative. This is our exclusive responsibility to earn the trust of other members in networking organizations or whatever we do networking. And for this reason, a while back, I created what I call the SWOT exchange. Now, the SWOT exchange, I think I created back in 2017, is a mechanism to get to know other professionals and have more effective one-to-one meetings. And this whole concept, the SWOT exchange, comes from the very well-known marketing framework called SWOT that helps analyze the situation from 4 different perspectives: your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. Now, of course, we mean not just your strengths as a business, but also as a professional. You might choose to include also on a personal level. What are your weaknesses? Things that you don't know what to do or you're not as capable as some of the things that you do in your business. Because some people make the mistake of trying to convince everybody else when they do networking that they are absolutely amazing at everything they set out to do. And of course, if you've been for any length of time in business, you know that's impossible. You know that mistakes happen, and you know that it's very difficult to do absolutely everything perfect. So be realistic. And the more open you are with a fellow networker, maybe a fellow member of your B2B club or whatever networking organization you belong to, you will find that the more authentic they will perceive you are and the more honest. And that favors that creation of trust that is going to help referrals flow. Also, what are the opportunities? What kind of opportunities are you looking for? And maybe a great thing to show what is a good opportunity for you, what is a good referral for you, is to give an example of a great referral that you have received in the past. Who are you already helping? And can you paint the picture? Can you explain really well what made of that person an ideal opportunity of that company, of that referral? And also threats. What doesn't constitute a good referral? What can endanger that opportunity by maybe creating the referral in a specific way? Something that doesn't work for you that could endanger that opportunity, so that doesn't happen in this process. I created this adapted SWOT profile that included a brief description of my business and my fellow networkers' businesses on their profiles, and this helped to explain in clearer terms what are the unique selling points that you possess, what are your unique strengths as a professional and as a business, and the kind of opportunities you're looking for in terms of referrals. So that means to, as we said, to describe what an ideal client looks like and what kind of connectors can help you the most. So if you are a B2B Club member, or if you are a member of any other networking organization, you already have access to the SWOT profile template, particularly as a BT Club member. So ask a mentor, ask your club director to help you fill in your own SWOT profile and to teach you how to use it, because it's a great way to start a conversation. It's a great way to break the ice in a way when you're in a business mixer, if you have these SWOT profile idea as a structure to think about your business. The SWOT exchange is not just a meeting to get to know the business owner. It's more of a personal commitment. It's a commitment to help one another. And as such commitment, there are some expectations to meet. So I put together a list of about 10 expectations that come from carrying out a SWOT exchange. So let's begin with the first one. Expectation number 1 in your SWOT exchange. You are expected to plan having a SWOT with more than one person, with more than 1 week notice. So that means that you have to give ample time. You have to give enough time for the other person to think about how to help you, about what do you do, who do they know that could be a great connector for you or a great referral for you. Expectation number 2. You're expected to send your SWOT profile to the other person at least 1 week in advance. Number 3, you are expected to send to the other person any other information relevant and be considerate not to overwhelm him or not to overwhelm her. Now, if you send too much information, if it's just a bit OTT, a bit over the top, what you're going to achieve is the opposite effect. They might not actually have so much time, and even if they do, they're going to hate having a SWOT exchange with you, because it's going to cramp their agenda. It's going to feel really difficult, the experience. And what you want to create is a fantastic experience so they actually enjoy what they do and they want to meet with you again. Then, expectation number 4. You're expected to not have a SWOT exchange if the other person does not send you the info at least 1 week before. And remember, in a networking group, we are not here just to socialize. This is business. So if the other person is not serious enough to actually understand that they have to spend some time and invest in you, why would you do it? Don't confuse being nice with not being professional. So if the other person ignores your emails, they don't send you the information, say, hey, we will have to postpone our one-to-one because I haven't received your SWOT exchange. I don't think you've actually opened my documents. And I really want this to work. This is business. Number 5. You're expected to prepare by studying the material the other member sends you, or the other professional sends you, and by trying to prepare at least one business opportunity or one great connection with a connector for him or for her, if it's possible. So make the effort. Prepare, study the material they send you, study the SWOT exchange profile, and try to think, who do I know that could be beneficial for this person? Number 6, you are expected to arrive on time to your SWOT exchange meeting. What does that mean? Well, it's not on to arrive 10 minutes late. It's not fashionable. There's nothing fashionable about not arriving on time. And that means that if you had an appointment, let's say at 9 in the morning, for example, if you arrive at 9, you have to set up everything. You might need to open your computer, you might need to get your paperwork, you might need to start ordering a coffee, whatever it is. You are late if you arrive sharp. So try to make it a point to arrive before the time that has been agreed, so you are settled and ready to begin the meeting right when the time says. So if you set 9, let's say that you arrive 10 to or 5 to 9, for example, you already order your coffee, you already open your computer, and you're ready to discuss business. So you have an effective meeting. Then, another expectation. A SWOT exchange is a highly productive meeting between no more than 2 people. And it is done in a professional way. It is not done with drinks and in a party mood. It is done as you would carry out a meeting with an important client. So be in the right mindset. Be aware that you are there to work and to help someone in their business through your connections. Number 8, you are expected to make an effort to help the person with referrals, both connectors and clients. And this is why you're going to follow the SWOT exchange. And the key here is the verb follow up. To follow up, that is key. So let know your fellow member or your fellow professional that you're trying to help, your connector, that you are following up on your commitments after the SWOT exchange. What if you're trying to create a referral, but that person is not really a good fit? Well, still, communicate to your connector, communicate to your fellow member, and let them know that you have been trying. So at least they know that you're trying to honor, to follow up your commitments, even when you are unsuccessful in creating a referral. Number 9, you should have repeated SWOT exchange with the same person. Why? Well, because when you can tell that deepening the knowledge and the trust you have with that connector or with that fellow member, that is going to yield results for both of you. So don't stay in the superficial relationship. Yeah, I think I know what you're doing. I think I understand, and that's it. Do repeated SWOT exchange meetings with the same person if you notice that they are a great match and a great connector for you, if they are already working with the same kind of clients that you want to achieve or the kind of connectors that you want to get in contact with, and that is going to work extremely well. So you can expect to be invited to a SWOT exchange meeting by the same person actually in a short space of time, in the same quarter, in the same couple of months, the same month. And that is a good sign if you can help each other. Expectation number 10. Well, you're expected to recommend your fellow member to other members when they are serious, professional, and positive in doing their SWOT exchange meetings. And this applies to members of BTB Club and maybe other networking organizations, but it should apply to any of your connectors, really. So when you have a great relationship with a professional and he or she is a great connector for you, they're trying to help you, they have great SWOT exchange meetings with you, and following from those meetings, you always get some value. Sometimes they introduce to you a connector or a great business opportunity, or at least they show their proactivity in trying to help you. Say it. Edify them. Talk about them. Explain why it's great what they did. They are very serious about the mean business, about helping you, and that is going to have a knock-on effect. They're going to look good because you edify them, and more people are going to be willing to help them in exchange. And we have a BTB Club tradition that I would like to share with our listeners today, and it's the week after having a SWOT exchange with a connector, give him a referral and try always to, if they give you a referral, try to always give them a reward. You may have your own incentives program. You may have your own way to do that, but make sure that they are acknowledged by their effort. So the week after having a SWOT exchange with a connector or with a fellow member in your networking group, and when they give you a referral, that has to have a reward. And if you give them a reward, that has to have a reward. So be aware to edify anyone that makes the effort after a SWOT exchange to give referrals. How many SWOT exchange meetings should you have every month to have great business as a result of your networking efforts, as a result of your sales strategy through referrals? Well, in short, I would say as many as you are able to handle in a professional, positive, and organized way. If you have plenty of time to have meetings with other people and your business still runs and you still have a family, great. But you have to know that every SWOT exchange is a commitment to try to help someone. So make sure that you are not biting more than what you can chew. And at the same time, don't go to the other extreme. You have to know that the amount of quality SWOT exchange meetings you have, that multiplies exponentially the amount of viable referrals you receive over any typical year. So make sure that you don't have too many SWOT exchange meetings, and then your life is miserable because you cannot follow up on everything you commit to. And on the other hand, do not be so comfy or so lazy in a way that you are not having enough SWOT exchange meetings, and therefore you're not going to get a lot of referrals. Another point, make sure that you mention when you are in business networking meetings, or when you are on your B2B club, for example, share the kind of meetings that you had. If you had a fantastic SWOT exchange the previous week, why don't you share who you had the meeting with, how many referrals have been generated, why it was a great meeting. So make the best use of your networking, of your referral marketing efforts by using this powerful tool and becoming even greater in a way, networker. So we discussed today the SWOT exchange meeting. You can maybe you have your own structure. If you work in other networking organizations, BNF, for example, they have something kind of similar that is called the gains profile. Some others have the OLF profile. So many different options. But make sure that whatever structure you use for these professional meetings is one that is useful and it works for you. So thank you for listening, and stay tuned for our next podcast on our next week. Thank you very much for listening this week. This is Nathan Manzaneque, a business owner and consultant in marketing and sales, and a speaker. So if you're an ambitious person and you're looking for advanced growth in your business to help you achieve your objectives, or maybe you want to know where to place your focus in your business for this current growth phase in your business, please come and visit nathanmanzaneque.com. I'll be more than pleased to help you with your objectives.